kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Tell me, boy.
Testicles 1, 2, yeah. Damn, welcome back to Partner Radio Podcast. This is your boy.
We back like y'all never seen, because I be
That
going
is
in between,
right.
sliding in the DM.
What? Talking about DMs, we have exciting fucking news for all of you. Welcome back to Paranoid Radio Podcast. I am your boy Trebles Garcia. Joining me in a 1 to 2 is the best co-host in the motherfucking planet. Big tech salute, my boy.
Squeaky.
Ever? Guys, we are rocking the fucking boat, shaking these fucking cages with dropping bombs. And just for the people that do not know, we are 10 episodes away from the big 100. The countdown will begin at 96. We are about to drop our 92nd episode this fucking week. Guys, I'm so fucking excited. I'm about to beat my own meat to this fucking news. Swear to God. I swear to God.
Okay, explicit language is advised.
Guys, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, with a real Sim Shady. I'm sorry. I'm not going to take it that deep. Anyway, guys, I do want to extend a fucking invitation to anybody that wants to be part of these first 100 episodes. Listeners, girls, boys out there, do not be embarrassed. Do not be ashamed. Come at us, and please join us for a 30-minute conversation, virtual talk. You don't have to see our ugly faces, specifically tanks. And you could talk to us, and we could drop bombs, hammer of the gods, and fucking slay all these fucking hypocritical people out there and talk shit about the politicians, talk shit about religion. You tell me what you want to talk about and we'll make it fucking happen. Do not be ashamed. There's no way you can make yourself a fool. There's no way. This is what we do every single fucking episode. So, I mean, technically what Tank does, but whatever. You know how it is. Big Tank, connect the randomizer machine and tell me the list.
Okay, Mr. Scarecrow, Mr. Wannabe dime a piece, fucking nickel, not even making it, trying to stick the pickle. Randomizer machine, do your thing.
Paranoid Radio.
Listen to that baby purr. Sticking the pickle hard. Who do we have, Big Tank?
And we got Snapping Next Podcast on Instagram. Massive shout out and salute. That's something that goes out to you.
That is right. Snapping Next Podcast. What? They're following us. Thank you so much for interacting, dropping fucking bombs of knowledge. And we really hope to hear from you soon so that we could get you on the fucking podcast and drop bombs together. That is right. This episode goes out to you.
I like that. They snapping next and I'm breaking backs. Fuck, a mean combo.
What? We're going to have a bunch of handicapped listeners. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Paranoid Radio. Big Tech, what is happening?
What is happening, my people? You guys know the deal. I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents plus your 2 cents. And we're going to pause that bitch into the bank of knowledge all day.
Ooh, the bank of knowledge.
Ooh, that's right. Don't forget it like we never said it. Okay, so first story of the day, my people. Believe it. Best believe what we saying. So
you better best believe. That's right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple weeks ago, we actually touched bases on this trial run of where they were thinking of using these vehicles as basically Ubers, but you could drive them and drop them off wherever you wanted.
Ooh, the follow-up.
It's not so much of a follow-up. We touched in on the subject about the Lime scooters, the Uber scooters, the Link scooters that are all over downtown and a lot of metropolitan areas.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually did some research, my people, and I didn't know how much money you could actually make on. So they actually have people that anybody could do this, okay? That'll go and pick them up, recharge them, and if they're not fixed, deposit them, and they're paying a good amount. So
that's pretty cool.
Right? Okay. So thinking about this I guess in a technical sense,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people have been stealing them and quote unquote jailbreaking them to be used as normal scooters, because you can buy these chargers. I didn't know this. A lot of these use the same charger, and you can buy the charger for about $15. I was actually searching the web.
To go jack one? You freaking crazy ass.
No. I was actually searching the web, and they're selling them at a discounted rate because they could get locked almost like an iPhone.
Wow.
But it's a big conundrum. What do you guys think about that?
If you're asking me, to get the biscuit, it's not a big enough biscuit to even risk it, if it makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't steal fucking a scooter. I mean, if it was a car, like you said, in the Middle East, it's a whole different ball game. And then I could sell. Maybe I could buy one and then rent one off myself. Start my own fucking renting business.
Because they're not expensive. They're okay.
They have free gas out there, bro. It's free. Like in Afghanistan and shit. Like the gas is you stop by, you just pump, and that's it. You don't pay.
Yeah. So okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're not expensive, these scooters. I know everybody's in different financial holds or whatever it is. It might be cheaper, or I mean, I guess if you want to be stingy about it and get one of these or whatever it is. But they're not expensive. But they're reporting a loss of up to 15% every month.
Oh, so there is that type. There is those people that be jacking those motherfuckers.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't personally have one of those at the house and have it with Lime and all the logos over there.
No, I think people are just doing it because they don't give a fuck. And then there are those fucking agents of chaos out there that they have nothing else to do and just fucking be jacking shit, breaking stuff. So I mean, it's for living.
I guess. On to the next one, my people. All right, story number 2, my people. When you guys think of a BBQ, especially if you're Latin, you're thinking carne asada, right?
That's right. Carne asada, maybe some fucking some grilled chicken, maybe perhaps.
Grilled chicken, yeah. Grilled chicken, little riblets, something like that. You
pico de gallo all day.
Baby. Your rice and beans, you get me? Okay. So, what I am trying to get at is, could it be illegal or / permit needed to have a cookout now?
What? Get the fuck out. Dude.
So, yes, exactly. So they did a study. A third-party vendor did a study, and the next harmful thing, especially for all these competitors, because it is a sport to some people, where they have competition.
My father, every fucking Sunday morning. Yep, I know what it is.
Okay. So when they do something heavy like this, there's a lot of carbon monoxide being polluted onto that, whether it be propane, whether it be this, and they're actually, petition has circulated. It needs a lot of votes to get there, where it should be quote unquote need a permit to do it. What kind of world are we living in that we need a permit to do a cookout?
You're gonna need a fucking permit to own a vehicle. You're gonna need a permit to fucking breathe. If it comes to fucking polluting the air, we fucking breathe out nothing but CO2. Suck a fucking taco. No, I'm not doing that shit. I'm cooking my meat. And I'll put it in your taco, if you know what I mean.
Can you imagine a police or a separate agency now looking for people cooking and asking for a permit?
No, fuck that ain't gonna happen. They're gonna fucking they come knocking at my door. Yeah.
Or could it be like a 5-year permit for like $10?
Okay. Look, okay. I see where it can happen variously on different cities.
Yes.
And I see why some people might be fucking a little anal about it. Rich folks, people with cancer, I get it. Okay, smoke. Look, normally what I do to keep my neighbors happy, specifically the ones that live on my same driveway, you know what I do, bro? I prep them a plate with a lot of meat, and then the first ones I serve. And hey, you know what? I know you guys weren't able to join us, but here, I want you to taste my meat. And I give it to them. I literally do. So I keep them happy. I keep them content. And then the rest of the day, I'm just eating and fucking shoving my face with all this great food that I just cooked. And then they're always happy.
Great advice. Give thy neighbor thy meat. I love that advice.
I'm done with you, dog. I'm done.
My people, this was what is happening. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys did, I don't care. This is your local professor, STD, Mr. Darth Vader, Mr. Blow the Back Out. Best believe.
You can't deny it. Chaka's big ballin'. You can never fuck with him. Bring your bombs of knowledge within. Da 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 da.
That was hard. I like that. I like that a lot. Damn.
That is right. Big Tank breaking bombs of fucking knowledge. Back to the fucking house. Right in the cages with those two amazing stories. Big Tank, thank you for bringing those two amazing stories for all the listeners and for myself. Everybody, please give him a round of applause. Ooh, yeah. Now that is right. Everybody, I'm going to jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the fucking mood because we have an amazing fucking episode. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I really enjoy doing the research on this fucking episode. I mean, not that I don't enjoy doing the research on any other episode, but I mean, this episode caught me because I had no fucking idea how this person was so involved with the community. And we always preach about if you want to make a change, you're gonna make it locally in a local level, thinking globally, right? So yeah, so he and the thing is that he was a fucking millionaire with a stage, with a platform. Today we're gonna be talking about the fucking late Tupac Makaveli Nights. Woo!
Sheesh. Damn, one of the greatest to ever touch a mic. All right.
That is right. And every greatest to ever touch fucking Jada Smith. Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh, no, Will, no, don't do it,
Will, don't do it. Will was a joke. Will, don't come and slap me, all right? Here we go.
People. Tupac Amar Shakur, born on June 16, 1971 to September 13, 1996. Better known as his stage name Tupac, also as the daily Makaveli. One of the greatest American rappers to ever do it, most influential. He still gets talked about. He still has music releasing right now.
That is right.
Woo.
So check this out. I'm going to give you a quick fucking glimpse of what Tupac Shakur is all about. He has fucking quotes, and I quote, when he states, God has cursed me to see what life should be like. If the church gave half of the money they made back to us, we'll be all right. If they took half the buildings they have to praise God and give it to motherfuckers that need God, we'll be all right. End quote. The ghetto gospel gangster reverend, the bridge of hip hop to the world and to our hearts. Pac is considered dead, but is he really dead? And the part is about the most important part about this fucking podcast is not that we're gonna talk about if he's dead. No, the conspiracy around his fucking death. Because believe it or not, Tupac Shakur was trying to get politically involved. Now, before we jump into anything, I need you to understand the blood gangs. Yeah, the Bloods, BLOOD, the guys that dress in red, the blood gangs. The Pyrus, exactly. These guys did not start off as a gang. These guys started as a political movement right after the Black Panthers were fucking shut down by the CIA. Again, the Crips also, CRIPS. Hashtag look it up. Bloods and Crips are actually black political movements. Leaders created these groups to fucking stand against the man, not necessarily to gangbang in the streets or kill each other. Now, that's the very first thing I needed to let you know. There's a lot of fucking parts in life where Tupac also said that he was fucking interviewed and they were asking him if he was trying to pick up the fight after the Black Panthers. And he said, yeah, the Black Panthers, they asked him, do you think the Black Panthers forgot about you? He goes, about the fight? He goes, no, they didn't just forget about the fucking fight. They forgot about us. Again, you have to understand that the CIA did infiltrate the fucking Black Panthers using fucking black spies to bring down the fucking organization from within.
Not only that, Tupac's parents were actually Black Panther.
Yes, exactly.
So he had direct ties with. He knew the movement. He didn't have that corrupted version per se.
No.
He knew what it standed for.
He knew how to use the. This is like Monopoly. You know, when you play Monopoly, the key to beat the game is fucking own all the territory in the ghetto areas, the Baltics, the little ghetto, like the first strip. If you own that part of the game, you win the game. You could beat them all, regardlessly. So he knew how to use his education in the ghetto.
He was a genius growing up. Okay, so let's be honest about this. Let's be honest. Okay, he was not your typical street thug. He really wasn't. He was smart. He was educated. He was in a lot of gifted programs growing up.
Yeah, including ballet.
Yes, exactly.
He was in ballet.
He was, for our terms, would be gate.
Mhm.
gifted and talented program.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, for just depending where you go, he
Mhm.
was excelled in literature, math, art.
Philosophy.
Yes, philosophy. He was even up to his teenage.
Yeah.
He was still very much an academic scholar, to say the very least.
Talking about fucking scholars, allow me to bring in a bit of a conspiracy into this fucking podcast. He died on September 13th, 1996. Friday the 13th. Hashtag look it up. I did the fucking diligence. It is fucking weird. He died on Friday the 13th in 1996. Check this out. He was shot previously 5 times. That's when he went to jail. During his time in jail in 1995, he was trying to get recruited by secret societies. This is why he gave birth to the Don Illuminati album. He even states in one of his interviews, he goes, I'm done with thug life. Fuck thug life. Thug life is dead. I killed thug life and then gave birth to the outlaws. Why did you think that he said this? He was a revamped man. He kept saying that. He said, I'm a changed man. I see different things now. My process of thinking is different. He came out of jail specifically targeting political and government ties. He was not trying to gangbang in the streets. He was using the gangbang platform, the hip hop culture, to put his word out. But once he had the stage ready to go, he was trying to be a politician. He was trying to politicize young black men in America. Check this out, guys. Check this out. I'm going to bring you a little gematria again. If you guys don't know what gematria is, this is sacred angel numerology, sacred Jewish numerology. Hashtag look it up gematria. Check this out. The word, this is where it comes funny. He was shot 14 times upon his death. 7 days before he died, actually, he was shot 14 times. The number 14, check this out. The number 14 represents where the Israelis were weeping and asking to get killed in Egypt before they were fucking dead in the desert. Before Moses pulled them out of Egypt, they were trying to get killed. They were asking to die in Egypt. The 14th Amendment also gave the African Americans citizenship. He died 7 days after he got shot 14 times. And the last fucking album cover from Don Illuminati was him on a fucking cross. Basically saying he was doing God's work. This is what I see. It's like a fucking depiction of art saying, I'm doing God's work and I'm going to fucking resurrect. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. You're going to fucking trip out. Tupac Shakur, the gematria number is 364. 364 is connected to the names Pharaoh of Fire, Pyru, the King of America, America's Most Wanted, The Eternal, Enlightenment, Pablo Escobar, Death Grips, Rothschilds, Reincarnate, and End Child Trafficking. You think this is a coincidence? Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Believe it or
Wow.
not.
Hey, that's bombs right there. Okay, okay. I had no idea about any of this.
Yeah.
What the? Okay, okay.
Hashtag look it up.
Shit.
Blew your mind, huh? Blew
Okay.
your mind? Check this out. Let me keep going. I got more. Check this out, bro. Check this out. Check this out. On the day of his death, he was getting out of the MGM Grand. They were watching a Tyson fight, right? So check this out. When he left with Suge Knight was driving, and Suge Knight was driving him to Club 662. It's called 66 Deuce in Vegas. The gematria number for 662 equals to Biden crime family, a fool's day, Pfizer, end of existence, and resurrection.
Shit.
Yeah, Club 62. It is crazy, dog. A lot of people allegedly think that Suge Knight was the one that fucking orchestrated the whole fucking the shot up.
That's original. If you go and look at it, that's the original one per se.
Yeah, because I guess
That
someone of
is.
his family members trying to take the role from him. It was very political between the fucking organizations of music records, but whatever, you know. There's more than meets the eye to this bullshit.
Now that you bring all this up, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
For the simple reason, let's not even get into the conspiracy of him being alive at this moment. Let's
Yeah.
just say he's dead.
Mhm.
Pac was always known for carrying around his bulletproof vest. He was real weary person. Like
Mhm.
honestly, like real weary. Like he didn't trust nobody. He was at that type of his age. I don't want to say he was schizophrenic, but he was really self-aware of himself, where he was,
Yeah.
what he was doing, what he was up to, what he was gonna do,
Oh
who
yeah.
was rolling with him, who wasn't. So
Hmm.
the night of the fatal shooting, he
Hmm.
actually decided to take his vest off, which is
Hmm.
something really unusual for him.
Unusual for him, specifically when he's
Yes.
not in his hood.
Yes,
Hmm.
exactly. He had just gotten off of a performance. He went to go hit the strip with Suge.
Hmm.
Um, I don't want to say Suge's a big dude, but Suge's a big dude.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, he was always riding around with a bunch of Bloods as his fucking bodyguard. This is
Bro, he
fact.
had cars on him.
Yeah.
Cars on him 24/7. He had shooters left and right. He had hitmen with him at all times.
Check this out. Check this out. Let's talk about the hitman a little bit. The hitman is named Orlando Anderson. He was a Crip, and as soon as Tupac died, 7 days after he got shot 14 times, Orlando Anderson also got fucking killed in a non-gang related accident. He got shot again. He got shot in a non-gang related accident. They never found the shooter. Shortly after that, Biggie Smalls gets fucking lit up. And I'm talking about shot dead. Yeah. Now, the reason I'm bringing in Biggie Smalls in this show is not because he's filled with conspiracy also, but because Tupac Shakur at the time, Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls were in a fucking giant rivalry, West Coast versus East Coast hip hop. Even though Tupac was born in New York, he was the bridge that took hip hop and elevated it through the West Coast. He represented where he was coming from, but he also represented where he was at. He fucking repped it big time. They created such a fucking this is where I think that both Tupac and Biggie were controlled opposition. And the reason I want to say this is because check this out what happened. What happened shortly after they both got shot, big white, I'm talking about white, Caucasian, white record companies like Sony, Interscope, came in the fucking hip hop scene and bought out. I'm talking about bought out and gave fucking contracts to all the rappers. Shortly after that, hip hop did not become hip. It did not continue talking about how they sell and kill and murder and fuck girls. Now they fucking started talking about how to spend the money and how to use drugs and how to be a bitch.
And that was the entrance of drug dealer music. And even then, you have to see the trend. Now we're talking about drug using music.
Exactly.
Okay, a lot of people have seen the movies Notorious B.I.G. and All Eyes on Me. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They're both depicted not in contradiction because it shows a lot of similarities.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Notorious has had that whole thing where they're basically swearing up and down that Biggie had nothing to do with it, even though he did have that clapback song "Who Shot You."
Yeah, but that was because the five that was for the 5 times they shot him before he went to jail.
Yes, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. Okay. Yeah, does it look bad? Maybe that's the reason Pac was the way he was. He was always looking everywhere, fucking, because none of them were flashy dudes. None
No.
of them. Well, okay, Biggie was a flashy dude. Biggie always had that chain in it, but Pac
Mhm.
wasn't. Pac,
Mhm.
Pac would roam the city, sweatshirt, jeans, boom, keep it coming.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he kept saying also he attacked the churches, he attacked the government and said, how the fuck? There's a video I posted up yesterday where Tupac saying, the reality is, why is that churches are fucking, they have golden roofs when God, why can't God talk to me wherever the fuck he put me at? Why do I have to talk to God in a fucking in a giant church with golden fucking ceilings when there's fucking people outside homeless? He was really against the organized, basically crime mob families of religion, and then fucking the government as well. There's a saying, his mom, after he died, when his mom was interviewed, her mom was very calm, and she said, and I quote, "My son chose to leave quietly," and I quote. And that's what I'm thinking. Look, I'm thinking, to be honest right now, I think that Tupac was probably part of the controlled opposition. And then when he went against Killuminati, and then he also called himself Makaveli. So the people that don't know what Makaveli is and why we call this show Makaveli Nights is because Makaveli was, I think, an Italian author, philosopher, general that fucking orchestrated his own death to fucking fake his own death in order to fucking to scare his fucking enemies and then lie to his enemies and then attack his enemies from the back. So basically, and then he did it within a period of 7 days, exactly how Tupac did it. So it's kind of like Tupac left cryptid messages in the Don Killuminati album saying how he was gonna fucking take part of this little notion and then leave quietly in order so that the Illuminati wouldn't kill him in real life, or he wouldn't take part of the controlling of hip hop that was gonna take place with or without him, because the divide and conquer was already done. The government had already divided West versus East. All they had to do was fucking conquer it. How do you conquer it? Either kill this guy, remove him, or he removes himself. So then again, people think that Tupac left because he didn't want to keep taking part of this opposition, that this controlled opposition project by the government to control hip hop. You have to understand that hip hop at the peak of its fucking culture, and now it's fucking utilized to everything. It's more pop than anything, you know?
We've all heard the saying, divide and conquer, and that's exactly what happened. They got rid of some of the most influential. I'm not gonna say the most influential, but some of the most influential of people in hip hop, and that's exactly what started. East Coast, West Coast rivalry. They let the war go on. Boom, off of the heads, and let's take over it. So
Exactly.
since the death of them, since everything got, I guess, how do you call it, gentrified, I would even say, to be honest, we haven't had no real major label. Yes, do we have rappers with their own labels? Yes, we do. But none of them have been as successful as Death Row and Bad Boy Records.
And that's fucking iconic, to be fucking honest.
Yes.
Just to lead off this fucking episode, amazing fucking episode with amazing content, I have to let you guys know that he was a very smart person. He read books on the war, the art of war, Russian military books that were fucking written by generals. Hashtag look it up. He fucking says this in many interviews. He's a very inspired person by philosophers and history. His last words was, he goes, "I'm trying to move into black leadership to politicize young black Americans." This guy was an educator, perfect fucking speaker. You could say that he was the Hitler of black community, and not in a negative term. The way he was so passionate with his words and was able to move people with his fucking ambition and his words and his acts. Tupac definitely went down. I think that if he did went down, he definitely went down as a person that has so much potential and a threat to the establishment. Now, Big Tank, let them know where they can find you.
Catch me at EKNAT626. Once again, EKNAT626. My people, there's so much more that meets the eye with Makaveli. I definitely think that we could do another round 2. Believe it or not.
Yeah, there's a lot of more information to unpack on this episode, definitely. For sure. Now, let me know. Now, catch me at Trebles Garcia, Trebles Garcia, on all social media platforms. And hit us up on paranoidradio.com, paranoidradio.com. Everybody, make sure you fucking stay tuned and check out JB at the Fail Academy this weekend, fucking dropping another massive bombs on fucking disclosure. That is right. Hit us up at paranoidradio.com. And if you have an Apple podcast, if you have Apple or Spotify, make sure you drop a 5-star review for free. That'll help us fucking spread out the word and other people enjoy the show as much as we enjoy doing it. Everybody, thank you. Have a great fucking day. Thank you for fucking joining us again. Big Tank, I love you. Take care.
Salute. Till next time, people.
Paranoid Radio.